After 65, don't say these things about yourself in public. As we grow older, there are certain things we often feel the need to share in social settings. However, not everything needs to be spoken about, especially when it comes to ourselves after the age of 65. The way we talk about ourselves plays a significant role in how others perceive us and how we perceive ourselves. It's important to maintain confidence and dignity in public settings. Here are a few things you should avoid saying about yourself after 65, and how focusing on the positives can lead to a more fulfilled and respected life. 1. Don't talk about your weaknesses or powerlessness. It's natural to feel the effects of aging, but constantly highlighting your weaknesses or powerlessness in conversations can not only lower your confidence, but also change how others view you. Imagine being in a social setting where every time you speak, you point out how weak or incapable you feel. This not only affects your mood, but also leaves others with a lasting impression of you as someone who is defeated by life. Instead of emphasizing what you can't do, shift the focus to what you can do. For instance, if someone asks how you're feeling instead of dwelling on health issues, share the positive things in your life. Maybe you've started a new hobby or recently enjoyed time with family. People naturally gravitate toward positive energy, and by projecting a capable, upbeat attitude, you'll attract more of it in return. A simple change in perspective can work wonders. Rather than saying, "I can't do anything for myself anymore," try saying, "I'm finding new ways to adapt and make life easier." By emphasizing your adaptability rather than your limitations, you maintain your dignity and boost your morale. 2. Don't diminish your own value. One of the biggest traps we can fall into as we age is talking about our failures or feeling like we're no longer valuable. It's easy to think that because you're retired or because your children are grown, your purpose has diminished. But this couldn't be further from the truth. Every phase of life has value, and so do you. After 65, there's no need to tell others about how you've lost your value or talk about any perceived uselessness. Your value isn't based on your job or what others think of you. It's based on the rich experiences, lessons, and wisdom you carry. If you've ever caught yourself saying things like, "I'm not as useful as I used to be," it's time to rethink your words. Instead, remind yourself and others of what you've contributed and what you continue to offer. You can say, "I've achieved so much, and I'm proud of my life's journey." When you acknowledge your worth, others will too. You're still capable of making an impact, whether it's through sharing wisdom with younger generations, volunteering, or simply enjoying life on your own terms. 3. Avoid sharing too much about personal health issues. Health becomes an important topic as we age, and it's common to want to discuss medical appointments, treatments, and health challenges. But public settings aren't always the right place to dive into the specifics of your personal health. While it's understandable that health may be on your mind, sharing too much detail can make others feel uncomfortable or unsure of how to respond. Instead, keep your conversations light and focus on the positive aspects of your well-being. For example, if someone asks how you're doing, rather than listing all your ailments, you could mention something uplifting like, "I'm feeling good today and enjoying my time with friends." Keeping things upbeat will make you feel better and help others engage with you more comfortably. When it comes to health, it's best to reserve more personal discussions for close family members or healthcare professionals. This way, you maintain your dignity and prevent awkward or uncomfortable moments in social settings. 4. Don't complain about your age. Aging is a fact of life, but constantly complaining about being too old or not as strong as I used to be can create a negative atmosphere. Complaining about age can make you feel older than you are, and can also push people away. Nobody enjoys being around someone who complains all the time, especially about something that can't be changed. Instead of focusing on what you can't do because of your age, Focus on the benefits that come with it. Experience, wisdom, and freedom from many of life's earlier responsibilities are great positives that come with aging. When you start focusing on the good aspects of your life, you'll find more joy in your everyday experiences. If you find yourself thinking, "I'm too old for that," try rephrasing it to, "I'm still learning and growing every day." Embrace aging as a new chapter rather than an end. You can be an inspiration to others by showing that life after 65 can still be fulfilling and active. 5. Don't dwell too much on the past and forget the present. While reminiscing about the past can be comforting, especially with friends or family, dwelling on it too much can make it seem like you're disconnected from the present. If most of your conversations revolve around how things were better back then or what you used to do, you may miss out on what's happening in your life now. It's important to stay engaged with the present and look forward to the future. People want to hear about what you're currently enjoying or what you're excited about. Share your hobbies, talk about books you've read, or mention trips you're planning. By focusing on the present, you show that you're still active and engaged with life. Instead of saying, "Back in my day, things were better," you might say, "I'm enjoying what today has to offer and looking forward to what's next." This kind of forward thinking keeps your conversations lively and makes you more relatable to others of all ages. 6. Don't complain about younger generations. Complaining about younger generations or constantly comparing them to your own can create a divide that prevents meaningful connection. While it's tempting to criticize what may seem like different values or behaviors, this often leads to frustration rather than understanding. Instead of highlighting the negatives, try to see the good in the younger generation and focus on bridging the gap between generations. Rather than saying, "Young people these days have no respect," consider saying, "There's a lot I can learn from how younger generations see the world." This simple shift in perspective opens up the possibility for positive exchanges. Younger people can benefit from your wisdom, and you, in turn, may gain fresh insights from them. Building relationships with younger generations is essential to staying engaged and open to the world around you. 7. Don't overexpose your financial anxieties. Financial concerns are natural as we age, but sharing too much about your personal financial situation in public can make others feel uncomfortable and might even affect how they perceive your independence. While it's important to manage your finances carefully, talking too much about financial worries in public settings can project a sense of vulnerability that you may not want to display. Instead of dwelling on financial struggles, try focusing on the things in your life that bring you joy and fulfillment that don't require a lot of money. You could say something like, "I'm making the most of what I have and finding joy in the simple things." This keeps conversations light and positive while still acknowledging the importance of being mindful about finances. Financial discussions are best left for private conversations with family or financial advisors. Publicly maintaining a positive and independent image will keep others from worrying about your well-being, and it allows you to continue living life on your own terms. 8. Don't criticize others or compare yourself to them. Talking negatively about others or comparing yourself to them not only diminishes your own image, but also brings down the positive energy of the conversation. Criticizing others creates an atmosphere of negativity, and comparisons can make you feel inadequate or bitter. Whether it's friends, family members, or even strangers, it's important to avoid harsh judgments. If you find yourself wanting to compare or criticize, redirect the conversation to something more uplifting. For example, instead of saying, "I can't believe they live like that," try saying, "Everyone has their own path, and I'm focusing on my own happiness." This not only prevents a negative conversation, but also demonstrates your commitment to positive thinking and self-growth. By avoiding criticism and comparison, you open the door to more meaningful and supportive conversations, helping both yourself and others feel more comfortable and respected. 9. Don't share regrets in a negative way. Regret is a part of life, but sharing your regrets too openly and negatively in public can make people feel sorry for you and may even shift the tone of the conversation. While it's fine to reflect on past mistakes, it's more powerful to frame those reflections in terms of the lessons you've learned and how you've grown as a result. Instead of saying, "I wish I had done things differently," try, "I've learned so much from my experiences and they've made me who I am today." This approach not only shifts the narrative from one of regret to one of wisdom, but also makes you appear resilient and forward-thinking. People admire those who can turn their challenges into opportunities for growth. Sharing lessons learned rather than focusing on regrets allows you to inspire others and shows that it's never too late to make positive changes in your life. 10. Don't deny your ability to learn and change. It's easy to fall into the mindset of thinking that after a certain age, you're too old to learn new things or change your ways. But this belief can limit your potential and make others see you as set in your ways. Denying your ability to grow or adapt closes the door to exciting new opportunities and experiences. Instead of saying, "I'm too old to learn something new," say, "I'm still curious and open to new experiences." This not only keeps your mind sharp and engaged, but also encourages others to see you as a vibrant and dynamic person, regardless of age. Learning doesn't stop just because we reach a certain age. Whether it's picking up a new hobby, learning how to use technology, or discovering a new way to stay active, embracing change keeps life exciting and rewarding. The more open you are to learning, the more opportunities you'll find to enrich your life, even after 65. As we age, the words we choose to describe ourselves become even more important. They shape how we see our lives, influence how others perceive us, and impact our overall sense of well-being. After 65, it's crucial to avoid speaking negatively about your weaknesses, value, health, age, or past in public settings. Instead, focus on what you can still do, what you've achieved, and the exciting possibilities that lie ahead. By adopting this positive approach, you maintain your dignity and confidence, and in turn, you inspire those around you to do the same. Your life experience is priceless, and there's no need to hide or downplay it. Speak with pride, embrace the positive, and continue to engage with life in meaningful ways. Remember, life after 65 isn't about slowing down. It's about stepping into a new chapter with grace and optimism. The way you talk about yourself matters, and by choosing to focus on the good, you can live with purpose and joy, motivating others to see aging as a fulfilling and enriching journey.